They said you wanted to talk to me. Said it was important.
Oh, that's right, Ray. Sit down. Look him over carefully, Adams. Is he the man who was admitted to your cell about 10 o'clock that night?
Who, him?
Go ahead, answer the question.
Oh, yeah, sure, that's him.
It was around 10 o'clock.
Well, I wouldn't be sure about the time. You see, the other fellows and me, we were just gabbing a little bit.
And when he came through the door, could you see him clearly?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Well, it must have been pretty dark.
Well, you get to see pretty good in the dark when you're in jail a while.
Now, tell me, Adams, how did Foley look? His face, I mean. Was he cut and bleeding?
No. There was nothing wrong with his face.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Hanson had just beat me up. I just left him.
Shut up, Foley, you're lying.
I'm not. I was cut, bleeding. Ask the nurse at the hospital. She'll tell you how bad off I was.
Hold it, Foley. Let Adams do the talking. You remember Foley coming in?
Oh, I heard him coming down the hall with the jailer. I didn't know he was coming in with us until he stopped in front of the cell. You know, you can hear everything in jail. And like I said, you can see pretty good sometimes, too.
All right, young fella, you got the upper berth. Climb in and try to get some sleep. Remember, we like it quiet around here.
Quiet, he says. And he's whistling all night. Old songs. Nothing but old songs. What are you in for?
Jaywalking.
A wise guy, huh?
Anybody got a cigarette?
Why don't you buy your own?
With what?
Money.
They took it all away from me when they booked me.
Don't you know the regulations? Everybody's allowed to keep a couple of bucks a week for cigarettes and candy.
I didn't know that.
Who you kidding? You know the score. You've been in before.
I kind of sympathized with him. I mean you. You know, you can get a lot of guys in the cell, but once you're inside, you're alone. Well, after Foley got undressed, the other fellas and me, we just sat around and gabbed a little, and then we went to sleep about a half hour or an hour after. I felt something touch my arm, and I woke up. I thought maybe Foley wanted a drink of water. He started going through my clothes. Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing at all.
You sure? He just took something out of my pocket.
What's the matter, Bob?
What did he do?
He's crazy. He said I took something.
Are you sure, mister?
He's just looking for a smoke.
I had some money, and it's gone. And he took it.
I didn't. I swear I didn't.
Over your fist. Over your fist, I tell you, will you? I told you he took it.
I was broke. I thought I could get the jailer to buy me back. I was going to pay him back. Honest, I was.
Stealing's all right on the outside, but not in here. You got a lot to learn, fella. You might as well learn it right now.
Oh!
I didn't try to stop him. He had to learn. You know, it's a funny world in jail. A lot of crooks and no good living together. They don't have much, but what they got, you can't steal.
You're not going to believe him. He's nothing but a drunk.
Oh, I wasn't drunk that night, Foley. After 30 days in the tank, I was cold sober.
He's lying. He's lying. Can't you see he's lying? Hanson told him to say that. He's trying to frame me.
I'm sorry, Foley. I believe him.
Well, you can't. I'm telling you the truth. It's a frame-up. Williams, you read my letter. You published it. You believe me.
I don't know how to say this, Lieutenant. I made a mistake.
A bad one. I apologize. I'll print a retraction tomorrow.
You're the public defender. You're my lawyer. You can't believe a Skid Row bummer. He's the biggest liar in 17 counties.
No, Foley, you are. And I'm going to have to plead you guilty.
And Hanson gets you, too. You're crooks. All of you. Nothing but crooks. This is a frame-up. A frame-up.
Well, Lieutenant, it's easy to see what happened. After the boys roughed him up, he figured out a way to twist it to his own advantage. He wrote the letter to the paper and blamed you for the beating. He lied to everyone. He even lied to his own lawyer.
I'd appreciate it if you'd tell that to the police board.
First thing tomorrow morning.
Sorry I shot off my mouth. I guess we all need public defenders, even police officers.
I'm glad you see our side. Come on, Pup. Let's go home. You've had a big night.
Woozy. How about a little drink?
Yeah, sure. Coffee. Lieutenant Hanson was reinstated and is now back on the job. Ray Foley was sentenced to from 1 to 10 years. But the judge felt that Foley's malicious lying was an indication of instability and recommended psychiatric care while he was serving out his time. The case you have just seen was brought to a fair and just conclusion through the efforts of a public defender.